never know if I'm supposed to talk when they tell us this or not. Okay. Hey, everybody. As promised, it is 7 p.m. Central Time. And my husband, Jordan. Hey, Jen. Thanks for joining. Mohammed. Asmana, Richard. Thank you for being here. Hey, Kevin. As promised, my husband and I are on here to do a Q&A. We have gained almost 2,000 followers in less than a week. I moved to England on Tuesday with my oldest daughter. Hey, y'all, thanks for being here. If you want to give us some hearts or a gift, or even more important, a follow, gosh, we would appreciate it. But that's not what this is about. This is about a Q&A for all of you. So let's talk, right? You know, what can we talk to you about? We want to talk about, Jordan had to step aside for just a minute, but what can we answer? Like I said, we're moving to England and we're doing it in a really outside of the box way. And hey, Lisa, hey, Victor, thanks for being here. Send us some hearts and gifts, and more important, a follow. Here comes Jordan. So this is my husband, Jordan, and me and my oldest daughter, we're moving to England on Tuesday. I'm going to get my doctorate. I'm so excited. And I am going to be, I'm not going to see my hubby and my youngest daughter for 78 days. But my oldest daughter and I will be entertaining you here with our England adventures. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so the basics are Star got into a PhD program in England. We're originally from Arkansas. We moved to Hope, Alaska, which is a town of 300 people, and we really enjoyed this move. It was really healthy for our family, and we didn't get to document that like we are going to this. Now, this is a similarly large move, but it's to an entirely different country, one that we're somewhat familiar with because it's England, and obviously United States was spawned from England, if you will, but we're really excited about that journey. We want to take you along with us. And so, is that right?
Yeah. We've had a lot of interest, and most of all, just such warm welcomes from England, the United Kingdom, kind support, and then a lot of questions. And I thought it would be really fun to hop on now and, answer some questions. So some people have asked, why are we going to England? Why
are we going to England?
Why are we going to England? I'm like, where do we start? Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining. Hi, Julie. Hi, Bill. Thanks for being here. Feel free to send us some hearts or gifts, and more important, a follow would be awesome. We're almost to 2,000 followers, and that would be so cool. You would make my day, my night. Why are we going to England? I'm going to England because I've been accepted at Warwick University. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Tom. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. I'm headed to England to get my doctorate at Warwick University in intercultural communications. I'm a women's leadership expert in politics, and I'm expanding that. So I am focusing on leadership language to advance women in all leadership sectors, and I'm super pumped about it. Hey, Jacqueline. Oh my gosh. Thank you for giving us all this love. Thank you. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the hearts, everybody.
And so my role in part of this is to just support Star as she's going about a non-traditional route. Of course, we've got two daughters. They're 9 and 11 years old, and we're very much in love with them. Star and I are very much in love, but one thing that I'm into is letting Star live the life that she wants to do, and this is a career path and a choice that she wants to do. And so The whole family's on board with it. I'd say the kids are as well, and they get to watch their mom kind of fulfill her dream, which is a really important thing, I think, for the kids to see.
Yeah, so we feel super passionate about giving our kids a global perspective. So we're from Arkansas. I'm sure you can hear that southern drawl. And we've lived in Alaska the past several years, which has been an amazing experience. Rural Alaska with a town of about 100 people. And now we are headed. Hey, thanks for the follow. I just got a follow. Thank you so much. That really helps me out. I'm trying to reach 2,000.
Trying to keep your thoughts going.
Sorry. Okay, I'm just too excited. Where was I at? Now it's blanked out. Oh, we've been living in Alaska in this town of about 100 people, and no grocery store, no gas station, and it's actually paradise here. So it's hard to leave, but I'm really excited for this adventure.
Yeah, Star actually saw a rainbow in Hope today. It was really pretty, and we feel like it's God's way of saying goodbye to us. So.
Yeah.
But you go first. You go before Scarlett and I are going to. So why don't you talk about the challenges of moving? We've never spent 3 weeks apart since we've been married.
No, we
haven't.
haven't.
We were high school sweethearts. So this is going to be a big transition for Star.
It's going to be hard.
Tell me what you're scared of and what you're looking forward to.
Well, so Jordan and I have been married. It'll be 15 years in May, but I was with Jordan. I mean, we're high school sweethearts. We dated 5.5 years before we got married. I'm 35. I had my kids young. I got married at 21, but when you know, you know. And we knew. And my scary thoughts are just missing him. I'm a very capable, strong woman, and Jordan has been a huge part of me being able to say that today, because this is the second time I've done this. I had to move to New York City for 2 months a few years ago. This is our dog, Rosie. And I was terrified. I was terrified as a mother to leave my children, even though their father is completely capable of taking care of them. And I had a lot of moms come to me, and they were very supportive, but also super interested and super curious. And I realized that there's a lot of moms that don't get this support, this outside of the box support. And so I'm grateful for that. But fear wise, I got to mow the lawn. No, I've mowed lawns before, but I'd rather Jordan do it. Fear wise, I have to be just on my A game. I've used the term single mom, which I'm not going to use anymore because that's not the case. I'm very happily married, as we're talking about. Hey, Angels Finds. Hi, Michael. Thanks for being on here. But I feel like a single mom for 78 days because I'm...
You will be.
Yeah, I will be. Okay, I will be. So we're okay with saying that. I will be.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Not single in the dating sense.
Yeah.
But single in the she'll be her and my oldest daughter, who's very much looking forward to it and is a big part of this show.
Right.
Ella is going to be kind of taking on that task without me initially.
Right. So what that means for me is, parents have off days, adults have off days, single people have off days, we all have off days. And I feel like a fear of mine is, number one, I'm going to be so busy working on my doctorate, and my kid, of course, comes first over anything. So my fear, I'm really passionate about what I do, and my fear is, what if I miss something with my daughter and I don't have Jordan's backup, that with him to kind of be like, hey, we need to talk to Ella about this, so.
Well, that's interesting because when I go over there, it's going to be a little bit of the opposite of of I'm going to have time available to spend with my kids for the first time in a long time. I'm more of the workaholic type of family.
Yes.
Not that Star's not a workaholic, but she's spent a lot of time being a caretaker and a mom. Say more than half her time up till now. So it's going to be a role reversal for us as well. And so one that we're looking forward to. And I think that is the give and take, though, just in general is, am I spending enough time, quality time with my kids? And am I doing the thing that I want to do for my own personal development? And goals and dreams and like that. So
let's talk about that, because I think that's interesting. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I think, though, I guess it's worth mentioning that what the kids will see you doing is something that they're going to model after. Something that they can say, hey, look, my mom is doing that. My mom did that. I can do that too. That's the type of empowerment that I can have. It just let alone being able to move to a different country, for example, to see different cultures and values, that's going to be so beneficial for the kids. But to do it in the way that Star is growing as a person, we're kind of doing this adventure all together, for better, for worse. It's been a fun family experience already, and we haven't even started.
Yeah, it's a huge leap of faith, and we actually are super lucky because one of Jordan's childhood best friends is British and lives about 2 hours from me. And he taught me to drive in England and when I was there in February. And I gotta admit, I'm left-handed. This is so naive and funny. Hey, Michael. Hey, Raya. I'm so glad you're on here. Please give us some hearts and good stuff like that and a follow. Anyways, I rented a car. I rented it from London Heathrow Airport. And I was like, his name is Tom. And I was like, Tom, I got this. Like, I'm just going to drive from London to, we live in north central England. So the University of Warwick is in Coventry. And so that's about like an hour and 45 minutes from London. And I was like, Tom, I got this. I've got a rental. Like, I'm women's empowerment. I can do this. I'm left-handed. I can totally drive on the left side of the road. It's done. Don't even worry about it.
For some reason, she thought that being left-handed was relevant in this whole equation. She said, I'm left-handed. I was born to drive on the other side of the road. But
not the case.
Not the case.
Not the case. So, luckily, Tom saved the day, and he came and picked me up from London, and I let him do it because he handled it in a really nice way. He was like, hey, I really want to pick you up from London. It'll be fun. And I think if he had handled it any other way, I would have been like, no, I'm a tough woman, and I can do this. But he picked me up, and then he drove me to Coventry, where my car rental was, and they upgraded me to a BMW, y'all. That was really fun. Automatic. Watch my videos on my automatic debates, and to see what car we chose. That's really cool. I named the car Queen Victoria, so.
And I guess it's worth mentioning, we're doing this whole move on a pretty tight budget. I don't have any money to speak of. I mean, we're financially fine, I'd say. But for example, our entire automotive budget was 4,000 pounds. So, that's kind of the budget we're working with here.
Yeah.
We do have homes both in Alaska and Arkansas, but we're out of money. So we're doing this on a complete budget. And, I think it's doable. It's a different life. It's going to be a big, different lifestyle. We feel like, and we don't know, we'll verify this when we get there, but we feel like the cost of living in, I would say, northern England. North Central is probably pretty affordable. And then part of what we're doing is looking for jobs and things like that too. So we'll keep you informed on all of that. Yeah, we're looking for jobs. I can take part-time work, and I can, work in women's empowerment
across the world. I do that anyways, but I don't have a current contract. And Jordan can take full-time work in England, which is really cool. Hey, Spartan. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Gilbert. Thanks for being on here. We'd appreciate some hearts and some follows. North Central England. Supposedly the people are a lot nicer than London. That's just what I've been told. That's not me saying that. That's just what I've been told. I will say when I was there, they were really nice. And the rent was actually cheaper than some rentals in Little Rock, Arkansas, where we're from, which was shocking to me. So that's really cool. And the food, I'm really passionate about food and nutrition, and that's a huge reason I want to live in Europe, because I do not agree with the American food processing system. Or if it's done correctly here, it's really expensive, and it's hard to buy really healthy food here if you're on a budget. And Europe is not like that. So I'm really excited about that, and to see like what it does to my body. And so circling back to the car thing. Hey, Patty, thanks for being here. Hi, Juan. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. We're trying to hit 2,000 followers. I really appreciate it.
Just got +1. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah. We'd appreciate hearts too, or gifts, but mainly follows. I want to circle back to driving the car because it's pretty funny. So I go to the car rental place with Tom, and they're like, and I'd rented like the cheapest car because we're doing this budget. Thank you for the heart.
Driving
So scary.
compared to what we're used to. So,
in fact, one of my videos, the I Have a Secret video, it starts out with Tom taking me down what is a 2-lane road. In America, it is less than a 1-way road, and he's showing me the real speed limit, and I thought I was on a roller coaster. It was wild. It was wild. So England, once I got more used to the roads, like, it's cool. I'm excited about it. But yeah, it's really different from America.
are there any other common questions that we should answer now? Like, why are we going? We did. why am I staying back? I have to work. So I have a job in Alaska, and I'm going to be here to help pay the bills for this transition for us sort of becoming students again and being on a student budget. So that's the big reason that I'm staying back. Scarlett is with me, our youngest, because she loves Alaska just as much as I do. I was built to be out in these woods, I think, and for the beauty of Alaska. So, I'll be back here one day, but, I look forward to being in Europe as well.
Patty, you're cracking me up. If you don't like roundabouts, don't go to Milton Keynes. I pronounced that right. I adjusted to the roundabouts, so I'm proud of myself. Tom is doubting me with the London roundabouts. My mom is coming to visit.
We need to get a dash cam for her car because I bet it's going to be crazy.
Good idea.
No, we're really lucky to be out sort of in the countryside, so it should be less traffic than any city. But even still, it's just nuts compared to what we're used to.
Oh.
And Star's not the best driver. She doesn't have the best
That's
driving.
not true. That's not true. I don't agree with that.
We'll let the record show.
Are you going to get me the dash camera?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Also, on our budget, by the way, if we hit 10,000 followers, we can start to make some money on here, and that helps pay my student loans and get my husband and daughter over to England in a better fashion. In a better fashion. So
we will be separated until we get 10,000 followers.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I am asking for your follows.
Well, Star's really excited about this. I guess we all are, just to share our journey with everybody else.
I am. I want to talk about what I'm doing at Warwick University that's kind of wild for a 35-year-old to do, sports-wise.
Oh. So I'll just preface this with, I said we were high school sweethearts, but when Star was going to college, she did not go to a school that had an equestrian, a horse team, because she followed me to a school that didn't have an equestrian team. I was 2 years older than her, and I guess I was just too good looking to pass up.
He was.
But she's always held it against me. Well, now the University of Warwick does have a club.
Warwick. You got to pronounce it Warwick.
I am going to pronounce it how I'm going to pronounce it.
I appreciate that he said that. I stand by that.
Well, I mean, I will try to get it right, but I'm doing better than I used to, because I used to say Warwick, which, at least I got that second W out now.
Patty, you have an awesome question. I want to answer it before it disappears, because a lot of people are joining. Patty, and we're going to circle back to what we're just talking about, because I'm really excited to talk about it. I've been to the far north of Norway, and it was spectacular. Is Alaska comparable to it? This is a Jordan answer.
So I haven't been to Norway, but Norway would be comparable in a latitude sense. So if you got to see the northern lights, I don't know if you went in the fall time or the springtime, but we do get northern lights. They are unbelievably spectacular. I think Alaska is also the Kenai Peninsula area, which was where we're from, is pretty spectacular in the sense that it has really high tides. It's right on the ocean. It has mountains that jut out of the water. And then everything that migrates comes to Alaska as well. So whether that's whales or birds.
Yeah.
So
humpback whales.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Thank
Norway,
you for the follow, whoever just followed us. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
She does it all the time.
Sorry. But thank you for the follow.
She's too empowered sometimes. No, it's
I apologize. Good. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
That was a great question, Patty. So this is really cool. So I have to drive 2 hours to Anchorage to get groceries. And when I'm driving back, I literally will see beluga whales next to my car driving. So it's amazing.
She did get to see the Northern Lights, she said, in Norway. So we'll probably go to Norway maybe this first year. Just to see Europe in general, actually, we're pretty not traveled. We're kind of classic, typical Americans in regards to... we've stayed in America, gone to Mexico, but we've both been to Europe, but just for a brief amount of time. So to be in Europe and to be able to travel and have all those experiences just one flight away, and the flights are incredibly cheap, is something that we're very much looking forward to and will be part of our entire family's experience.
Yeah. Hi, Mirden. Thanks for joining. We're so happy you're here. Please send us some hearts and a follow. So I want to circle back to what I'm doing at Warwick sports-wise for a 35-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm really excited.
I just prefaced it with she has unfinished business with horses. Go ahead.
Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Okay. So I'm 35 and hi, May Baker. Thanks for joining. We're so happy you're here. Thank you for the hearts and please give us a follow. Okay. I'm done with that. Patty, thank you again. You're like awesome. I'm following you, Patty, after this. I'm following you. Okay. So I'm 35. I was put on the back of a horse at the age of 3 months, and I just, gosh, I can't put it into words, my love for horses. I can't even say it to you. So I've ridden my entire life, and my entire family rode Western, and they were actually pretty famous for it in Arkansas. My grandfather and my father and my aunt showed halter and bred quarter horses, and they won the American Quarter Horse National Championships multiple times. They were very well known. But at a young age, I always knew I wanted to jump. Well, if you want to jump, you're going to ride English, right? And you all know that, especially if I have any British people on here right now. And so with that, I really regretted not taking a scholarship for an equestrian team when I was young. That was stupid of me. It was just stupid. And Warwick University, first of all, horses are so much more accessible in England and affordable. In the States, y'all, horseback riding is just out of control. I was also a horseback riding instructor until the age of 24, and then I started having kids, and so I took a break. And hey, Muffin, thanks for being here. Hey, Deborah, I'm so happy you're here. Please give us a follow and some hearts. I was a horseback riding instructor, and I'm an eventer, so what that means is I do dressage, show jumping, and cross country. And I saw that Warwick University has an equestrian team, and in America, you have to try out. It's not like a club, and I think this is a big difference in America and the UK in terms of their sports teams and clubs. I like the UK version a lot better. And Warwick University has so many cool things like archery, fencing, polo, which by the way, I'm joining the polo team too. But I am going to be on the equestrian team at Warwick University, and I've actually lost 60 pounds.
She has. The weight loss journey could be a whole thing in and of itself. But,
yeah,
it's going to be pretty interesting because, athleticism from when Star was 18 years old, her legs were like tree trunks. She was just built to ride horses. And I mean that in like the best way possible. That might be seen as an insult, but like she's extremely fit.
I was going to the Olympics. Like that was my plan.
That was her plan, yeah.
It was,
and she was mentally certainly dedicated to that. So to pick it back up all these years later is sort of like a dream, and then we'll see how that pans out in reality. Then the only thing that I'll mention, and Patty, I saw your likes, so much appreciated.
And Gia, I see that you did something special for us too, so thank you very much.
Thanks, yeah. So, but it is like in the sort of this like quintessential photograph of countryside England that you'll see on a postcard. That's really what it looks like where we're moving to, and it's rolling hills, it's pasture land. It's more, for lack of a better word, it's horse land.
Oh, yeah.
And so Star and our youngest daughter, Scarlett, are going to be just over the moon about that.
Yeah, my dog has her ball. Hey, Ella, put Rosie out, please. Or in your room, like you said you would. Thank you. So yeah, I cannot wait. So I've already hooked up with the Warwick University equestrian team and the polo team. I've always wanted to play polo. I've heard it's like the most fun thing ever. I actually have a friend here in the States who is on a polo team here, and they won the national championships in the States. But, you know, it's way bigger in England. So how can it get better than that? Patty, has anybody mentioned the Burley or badminton horse trials to you? Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. I'm not trying to sound rude. Yes. So when Jordan says I was training to be in the Olympics, I was training to be in the Olympics. And so as an eventer, Burley and badminton is a part of that. So yes, absolutely. And of course, you know, we have Rolex in the United States. And a big goal of mine is to go to Burley or badminton. Actually both. I'm going to go to both. Totally going to both. So I'm really pumped about the horses. If there's any polo players on here, give me some tips and advice. I'm gonna do, it's called a taster, and they let you come and they let you try out, and so I'll try to film some if I can. But I've lost 60 pounds to do this, and I am back at my equestrian and healthy weight, back to the importance of nutrition, which I feel like my weight will be so much healthier in Europe, in England, and France. I've lost 60 pounds. That's how dedicated I am to get back on the horses. And when I was there in February, I took a riding lesson, and honestly, I need a month of no stirrup work. I'm not gonna lie. I need a month of where, for non-horsey people, what that means is you take your stirrups off of your saddle and you ride without stirrups, and it's pretty hard. And at the end of it though, like if I do a month and definitely 2, I am back in the game, y'all. I'm back in the game. Hey y'all, thanks for joining. We have Sinister on here, we have John, we have Patty, who has been awesome. Okay, we talked a lot. Let's talk about Jordan's sports and what he does. And also, please add some questions, y'all. This is a Q&A with you too. But let's talk about Jordan.
Actually, I have no sports. I'm an old man. I used to play rugby on a club level for many years. And, of course, England would be an amazing place to play rugby at. But I'm so past that. I've been knocked out more times than I can count. And I've got a bad knee, and I was the fast guy, which those guys don't age well in rugby, you know, and I'm old. So anyway, I don't have anything to talk about my sports, other than I'm excited to be able to watch, you know, professional rugby live, which is not something that you can do in the United States.
We're huge rugby people. Like... I'm dying to go to a rugby game again. My husband did get injured. Rugby was a huge part of our lives. For how long? I mean, up until the past year. My husband got post-concussion syndrome, and he cannot play anymore. Hi, Dee. Dee, that's a cool name. That's my grandmother's name.
It would be amazing if it was our grandmother, Dee.
Yeah. How widespread is rugby in the U.S.? Great question. Jordan, do you want to talk about that?
So it's at the college level. There's probably 50 or 100 colleges that play rugby in the United States. I joined, when I say a club side, that's like guys that kind of do it for fun. We're not paid. We did travel around the United States and play, particularly in Texas and Arkansas and Louisiana and Oklahoma. So we kind of stayed in the southern United States, and there's a few years that we were vying for a national championship, and so we would travel further out than that. But it's not widespread. The predominant sport for collisions, I would say, is what we call football, which is American football, which Star doesn't like, which I love. But
to this day, I don't understand American football.
But rugby is accessible in the United States, but not prevalent. And I'd say our best athletes that are looking for a collision sport play American football.
Yeah. But rugby is where it's at.
For sure.
You British people have it right with rugby.
Oh, it's the world. It's not just British people.
And if Jordan's okay with it, he might be able to share something really cool that he just did in the rugby world.
Well, I did get to go to the France-New Zealand game at the Rugby World Cup in Paris just a couple weeks ago.
Like a week ago.
Yeah, so
2 weeks ago, max.
the French,
when he bought me my car.
The French knew how to party. I that's all I can say. So it was a really good time. It's probably the funnest sporting event I'll ever go to.
So I love France, and then New Zealand. My uncle is from New Zealand. Well, so I'm an All Blacks fan, but I love the French, and I couldn't go. That was hard, but I was really happy that he got to go, and it was like the game of the century. So we were at the Rugby World Cup in Japan 4 years ago. They have the Rugby World Cups every 4 years. Y'all probably know this, but we're Americans, you know. But Jordan just got back, and so that was a part of his recon trip in which he bought me a car, which I'm so thankful for, that I don't have to deal with that. I get to go straight.
I didn't know that rugby originated in rugby. I just saw on a map, Patty, that rugby is a town that we were near. I didn't know that that's where rugby originated. That's pretty exciting.
I did not know that either. And we're going to the town of Rugby. I knew it was there because I saw it on the map. And I even joked with Jordan. I was like, we can live in the town of Rugby.
May, you're asking if we're moving there permanently. So I kind of want to give a backstory on that. My kids right now go to what is, even by anybody's standards, a small school. So there's 22 kids between 1st and 12th grade. So
primary
all
and secondary
grades.
school.
Yeah, primary and secondary. So, and this is in Alaska, in this small town that we live in. Now, it's a really nice campus, and there's like 4 teachers for all those students, so it's an amazing school. It's been great for them. However, we're pretty excited about the possibility of becoming permanent residents in England and in Europe because the education opportunities, the sporting opportunities, but particularly the education opportunities. So Ella's about to turn 12. She will be able to get into that school system, and then if she wants to achieve college or university level type of academia, I think it's a better system than what they would be presented in the United States, where unless you're really smart, you're almost certainly paying for school. And even if you're really smart, if you go to a good school, then you're paying for school. Yeah. So we're kind of excited about the educational opportunities for the kids. So. And therefore, by virtue of our children, we might become permanent in England. I think that's a big reason why we're trying to take this experiment.
Definitely. Yeah. So Europe has been a 10-year goal for us. And it's for reasons that Jordan just shared. Actually, we just got word the other day, and the British schools are really good, at least from what I've been told. Patty, you could probably confirm that. You've been super helpful on here. If anyone wants to give us a follow or hearts, I'd really appreciate it. So like we applied for schools, which by the way is so different from America. Hey Jen, thanks for being on here. We really appreciate you. It's really different from America, how you apply for schools in England. And we pretty much assumed that our daughter would not get into a British school until January. And that's okay. We're ready for it. Hi, Julie. Thanks for being on here. Hi, Lysick. We're so happy you're here. We'd love some hearts and a follow. I'm really trying to hit 2,000. Anyways, so I went through the thing. I did Warwickshire School Board application because we found out where we were going to live. We got all the information. I got my UK phone number, all that good stuff. And
we're going to live in Warwick, Julie.
Warwick is how they say it.
W-A-R-W-I-C-K.
Yeah. The town of Warwick. And I love the town of Warwick so much. So Thank you, Julie. Yeah, it's gorgeous. When I went there, I thought honestly I would pick Royal Leamington Spa, or I really like Stratford upon Avon a lot, but Warwick felt like home, and it just did from day one.
And it's a good transition for me because there's obviously tons of big cities in England, but I'm more of a small town boy, so I'm happy to be in the countryside. And it's beautiful. I mean, well done, England, for y'all's countryside. It's beautiful.
Stunning. Hey, Frosty, thanks for being on here. Hi, Bulls. The castles. I haven't been to Warwick Castle yet. So my mom is coming November 1st through the 10th with my aunt, and we're going. And I'm really excited. Julie, it's a beautiful place to be in. I'm gonna totally kill this pronunciation. Cheshire,
yeah.
Southern accents, y'all.
We say Shire on anything that's Shire, but
Cheshire.
Yeah.
You know, Americans, it's always like someone said it to me. We pronounce it like like Cheshire. But that's not.
Barbara's asking if we have jobs yet, and we don't. And that's a big point of contention, say, for my family, for my friends. They're like, what the heck are you doing? But we're taking the plunge.
Thanks, Julie.
We have some funds available through student loans as well as our savings.
Yes.
We've almost depleted all of our savings just trying to get over there.
Yeah, we have.
The UK government makes us prepay for the health insurance that is otherwise free to British citizens.
Yeah.
And it was really cheap, but we had to pay 5 years each for each of our family members, as well as, all the costs of flights and the school for a year and housing and oh my God, and the car. I mean,
and the dogs.
It added up quick.
The dogs. Oh my gosh, the dogs.
So we sort of, even though we had money, we have a pretty limited amount at this point, and we are going on a leap of faith without a job at this point. Now I do have work in America that I'll continue to do, hopefully, but we're just going to see how that pans out. I have a lot of ability to travel myself personally, but I'm hoping to do that less and spend more time with the family.
Yeah. Hey, Julie, I hope you get to do your live soon. If you get 1,000 followers, you get to do it.
And we'll definitely follow you.
I'm going to follow you. I'm going to do it right now. Let me see if I can.
Follow
there you
Patty
go.
Too, so.
And Patty, if y'all follow me, I will follow you.
This is our first time to do lives. We went from.
Where is Patty? Because I need to follow her. If you give me hearts, if you follow me, I'm going to follow you back. I'm doing it right now.
Sure.
How do I do?
No, don't say that.
I'm looking for Patty. Patty, I hope you're still on here. I will find you though, because you've been so great. Julie, I just followed you. I will not be saying that one name, but I will say hi to George and hey, your fave, welcome. Gosh, we're going up in viewers. This is so fun.
But this is one of our first times to do a live, and I don't know. It's exciting to just kind of get to share our experience with you guys. So,
yeah. We were talking about something. Oh, jobs. I want to talk about jobs. Yeah, we are. I don't even know what to say. Like I said, I take contracts in women's leadership. In the United States, that translates to helping women run for public office. I actually have my master's in public service. I'm a public servant. That is where my heart is. But my heart is really in helping women. So I take contracts in the public service world, but I'm open to anything. I'm only allowed to work 20 hours as a student. And I can only afford full student loans this first year. So I'm going to be really dedicated to just getting my money's worth from that. That painting behind you draws the eye.
You need to follow her while we've got that.
Oh, Patty, there you are. Yes, I'm following you.
And then Patty, this painting has a story, so I'm going to kind of move the camera
a really
bit.
Cool story. Thank you for noticing. So my dad, hey Chuck, thanks for joining.
And of course, in classic Alaskan fashion, we're in a log home, so this is all wood. I did notice in England there's no log anywhere. There's just no wood. There's no wood.
So
everything's brick and stone in England, but here in Alaska, it's we've got these log. This whole house is made out of.
Oh wow, we have about 100 people on here.
Timber that was
Hi,
harvested
everybody.
from our land. So
so let's talk about the painting. My son and his family live in Canada. Hey, Alicia. Hey, everyone. If you follow me, I will follow you back. Please give me hearts. I'm trying to reach 2,000 or a gift, but if you follow me, I will follow you back. I promise. So this painting, someone asked me, my dad, so I'm 35. Oops, I left Jordan. I'm leaving him Tuesday, but I don't want to leave him yet.
It's supposed to be an artist's version of Starry Night.
Yeah, of Starry Night, which is my favorite painting by Van Gogh, of course. But my dad passed away. He passed away in 2012, and we were very, very, very close. He passed away from alcoholism, and this is one of the few things I have left of my dad. It's incredibly special to me, and I can't bring it with me to England right now. I can't afford like a big shipment, which is why I want to get to 10,000 followers so I can make money, so I can send things like that. But it's one of my most favorite paintings in the whole world, and it's one of the few things I have of my dad. And this Arkansas artist who did it, my dad had an eye for art, and he discovered this artist, and it's huge. Like, we just showed it to you. It is huge, and my dad bought like 10 of his paintings.
No, just not do that.
This artist, okay, got it. This artist, I'm still learning how to do live. This artist is super famous now. Oh, thank you for the rose. That's our first rose. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I wonder if that was Alex.
I don't know.
It said Winans.
It did. It did. Thank you for the rose. Please give us a follow. If you follow me, I'm going to follow you back. I promise. You have my word. It was all buddy. Okay. Hey, Alex.
We were talking about rugby earlier.
This is one of our rugby friends, everybody. That's awesome. So, yeah, long story short, this artist is now really famous, and you could not get a big painting like this for the price my dad got it for. So that's the story behind the painting. Thank you for asking, Patty. Hey, Michael. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for being here. Alex, what is up? It's so good to see you.
I think you should do a video actually of Alaska and of this town before you leave, so that everybody can see what we're going from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that.
This is going to be mostly about England for us, but we're really proud of Alaska too. So we would love to show you our town.
Yeah. Hope, Alaska, if you're wondering. Hope, Alaska. I did do a live this morning from my favorite place in Hope, Alaska, but I don't know if you can pull that up. Alex agrees. He said that would be fantastic. I'd love to see the town. Okay. I packed while I was waiting for the live, and I'm going to finish tonight. I'm about to have another energy drink, y'all. I really am. I'm going all out. But Alex, I will get you that.
Thanks,
video
Julie. Thanks, May.
of Hope.
We're excited to get to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm actually a little bit surprised. There seems to be more people than I anticipated from England or Europe on this. And so that would be great. You know, you guys can kind of see what it's like to have these fish out of water in your town. So
also, you should know this. If you follow me on Instagram, my handle is Hey Kay. Thanks for being on here. Julie, thanks for following our journey. I really appreciate it. If you follow me on Instagram, there are tons of pictures of Hope, Alaska and our life here. My Instagram handle is my name, Star Haas, and it's spelled funky, y'all. You can thank my parents for that. That was not me, okay? So my Instagram handle is Star Haas. So it's StarReHaas. give me a follow on there, because if you want to see Hope, Alaska, I have amazing photos that honestly I cannot replicate on here in time because I'm so busy packing.
See you, Julie. And
bye, Julie.
And yes, Patty, we are just getting into the fall season, the autumn season, and it's my favorite here. The colors are spectacular. But it lasts an incredibly short period of time. So our whole fall season is about maybe 6 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have a lot of people on here. We have 52 people. Any more questions?
Yeah, we'll take any questions that you have, and then I think I probably need to get off here at the top of the hour.
Yeah. Any more questions? Your IG? Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh, Alex, thank you so much. You always come through for us. Yes, everybody, that is my Instagram account. And if you want to follow it, you can see Hope, Alaska right now. I have amazing reels. I'm a master gardener. I had the most beautiful, incredible garden last year, and it was this whole thing. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, because if you want to see Hope, that's where you're going to get it. I will try to do a video for you all before I leave on Tuesday, but things are getting cray-cray. But I will do my best. But please follow me on Instagram, and you can literally get on right now and see Hope. What are you going to miss the most about Hope? Hi, Parsley. Is that Stephanie Parsley?
Could be any Parsley.
No, I think it's Stephanie. Stephanie, if that's you, let us know.
If that's you, we owe you a trip here, so you need to cash in on
Parsley. I think that's Stephanie Parsley. Let us know if that's you. Hearts are great, everyone. Thanks for the follows too.
Alex is asking, what are you going to miss most about Hope? And why don't you answer that first, and then I'll answer.
That's hard. Our friends, we have wonderful friends in Little Rock, where we're from, but for such a small town, I have some of the best friends you could ever have in the whole world, and I'm gonna miss them a lot. And one of my friends is already coming to see me in December, and that's really cool. I'm also going to miss the community. So when you live in a community of 100 to 300 people, that's also a tourist town. So in the summer, it blows up. Thank you, May. Thanks for the hearts.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks for the follows, everybody, and the gifts.
So my answer, I've got a lot of answers to that, and of course I'll miss the people too. But you can really feel like you're in nature here in Alaska. It's really, I think the title of the state, or the slogan, is the last frontier. And you really feel like you're on a frontier. We see moose and bear and salmon in our backyard all the time, and beautiful birds, stuff like that. So I'll miss the untamed wilderness, especially as it relates to, and it's beautiful in its own way, but the English countryside is the most tamed place I've ever seen in my life. It's
Wait, like the U.S. countryside or the UK?
The UK.
The UK.
So I'm just kind of contrasting it. So we have in Alaska where it's almost all wild. I walk places that I feel like no human has ever even walked before. Hold on a second. And ever.
Good night, Patty. I know you're going to bed.
See you, Patty. And then in the UK, I feel like there's no place that hasn't been touched by man, and not only that, I'm walking where Romans have probably walked, thousands of years ago. So so that's the difference. That's what I'll miss. I'll miss the wilderness.
We will. I almost got eaten by a bear one time. That'll be another live video. I really almost did. I'm not gonna miss that.
And I'm ready to sign off unless is there any more questions, and then what we missed the least? The cold weather. Even though we're going to cold weather, it's probably not going to be Alaska cold.
I'm going to be honest. I got hit by the winter depression this year, and it got me good, and it was hard. Yeah,
and to give some light on that, in the summer in Alaska, the sun stays up all the time. In the winter, for a few months, it's dark a lot. It's dark
a lot,
20 hours a day or something like that.
Yeah.
At its worst. So
yeah,
it is really hard to survive as a human without sunlight.
Yeah, and I got hit hard. So even if, hey Plump, thanks for joining. Even if
all the time, Alex.
What did he ask? How often do you think of Rome? Hey Holly, thanks for being on here. Oh, the Alaska winters. So I got hit hard. So Alaskans pretty much take vitamin D all year to prepare for winter. And I was really naive being Southern. I took my vitamin D, but I was also just really naive about how hard an Alaskan winter is, which is really interesting because Jordan lived in Alaska as a kid. His dad is a psychiatrist, and his dad, they moved here because his dad was hired to help with the high depression rates up here because of the lack of light in winter. And in January, I just plummeted. I can't, it was a really hard time. And I knew then that I would not go through another full Alaskan winter. I would go home to Arkansas or Mexico, get that vitamin D, because the Alaskan winter depression is real, and it's a real thing. For sure. So I am not going to miss that. I know Jordan's about to have to go.
Let's sign off, baby.
Yeah, I think we're going to sign off. We've been on here a while. And there's 55 of you on here. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the follows, all the likes, all the hearts, all the gifts.
It's a lot more people than we were expecting.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting like 2.
Anyway, much appreciated, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, and I'm going to be checking in this weekend. I'm going to finish packing right now. And
all right.
Thank you for the rose.
Gave us the rose.
Thank you for the rose. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for joining. We unfortunately are hopping off because, y'all, I got to go finish packing.
She's never going to finish. And she only gets 4 bags. It makes no sense. She's been working on this for a month.
Yeah, I'm about to get on the scale,
to see how much it weighs.
I will film a video and post it, but yeah. I will do that. And Negative Mancy, thank you for joining. Thanks for the gifts. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the hearts. We're trying to get to 2,000 and above, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah, I was going to come up with an English goodbye, but it's English. Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Except, let's do a British accent.
We can't.
Cheerio.
See y'all.